Now let me talk about this new trend in healthcare, consumerism in healthcare. So in recent decades, there is this consumer orientation toward health services. Okay, and this trend is characteristic of upper and middle classes and has little to do with lower class. And for consumerism in healthcare, individuals take responsibilities for their own health in deciding when to seek medical care. Okay? Well, I'm going to provide my angle of this consumerism in healthcare. There is asymmetric distribution of power and information. Looks like individuals can take responsibility for their own health in deciding when to seek medical care. Among the middle class, for upper class, that's a different story. But the question is, there is asymmetric distribution of power and information. For example, patients, middle class patients, can find information about Medicare costs, for example, for specific medical procedures, right? We don't know, let's say, checkup of, let's say, X-ray or CT scan of our brain, our spine would cost. There's no system, or to be more precise, there's no easy mechanism with which patients can use, let's say, online system or checkup, sources to find such information. And also, there is much power on the side of healthcare provider in terms of, legal concerns when it comes to that. And also, the use of PPO and HMO restrict the power and information available to the patients, right? And bottom line, we don't have information about price. We don't have enough information about quality of healthcare. Okay? And also for the poor, okay, the low working class, they have this passive orientation toward health services. That's characteristic of the lower class. And among the low class, okay, the poor, they're influenced by an external locus of control. That is, they don't want to take a proactive stance to find information and price, to negotiate, to be an active agent in this process, right? And they heavily rely on this external locus of control, largely because of cultural poverty, right? Individuals more readily turn over control of health issues to the medical system, okay? So they heavily rely on, let's say, advice from a prescription and the suggestions or sometimes commands issued from doctors. They don't negotiate, and they just passively seek information and interact with doctors.